sugar. In a jumbled life of glitter, dream hit concrete, mind all jerk up. Tend to think in 1,000 thoughts, I'll put through north till the boys get bored. Endless stairs in a sinking door, I search for things I don't need no more. Baby, I'm typically every day, can't call it shady. I'm airing you cause I'm an anxious state, the worries.
Lying in wait inside of State Farm Stadium, the Cardinals listening for the sound of their signature big red siren, which signals an air raid and brings them out to a sea of red here in Glendale. Everyone's still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And we will get a look at their 6th-year signal caller.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory. It's team over individual for him. So even though he himself is coming off the exact type of showing you want, that kind of efficiency usually wins you games. You're not happy about it. And he will be focusing on rectifying these things here.
That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Has him on the quick hitter. Did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They're throwing it. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Looking now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far. Get a look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
25-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here. Connects with Harrison again. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On first down, they'll run. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
11-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd.
They're going to try and throw it here. Brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. I'll throw it. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a first down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2.
Here we go.
2nd and goal.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
He's going to throw it. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
A couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this.
And they get to him again. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal. Now the Cardinals sending out the field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. Now hold on, everyone. There's a Browns player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Browns on offense, ready for their opening drive. And leading the way is their 4th-year QB.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
Come on.
The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Got it. Ready?
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Go.
Throwing off the play fake. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Ready?
3rd and long for him here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously, the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
2nd drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well.
No.
And off to Benson to start the drive. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Finds Benson out of the backfield. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
No gain on the play.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Viking.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Getting 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Throwing now on first down. Dumped off to his running back. And they take him down right along the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. They are throwing it again. Here's a screen to Benson. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
For a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10.
From the red zone now. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Browns will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Hand off to Sampson. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
2nd down carry for Sampson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That's good. First down.
Pass play coming here. This is thrown towards a defender instead, man. He's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It would be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
On the screen, this is Sampson. He takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Result of the play.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. We're at a premium in this league.
It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
And the Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
In the red zone on 1st. And they're going to hand him a big loss on this 1st down. Forced out of bounds several yards behind that line of scrimmage. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
60 Eagles. Go.
Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Panther 6.
They'll throw 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Intended for number 85.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively, and really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference, and that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has this at the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Devin Boyd on the coverage defensively.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Cleveland.
Come on.
Throwing now off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here we go. Ready.
Hand off here to Sampson. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this, too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from State Farm Stadium after this. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Throw here, third down. Hits him on the out route. It's inside the 10. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Back now, pressure coming. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get a late score and tie it before the half. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll take the lead. And here is Schmidt to send this away. Starting from the 5. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. Out ahead the Cardinals now on offense. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Now throw to start the drive. He keeps it and takes off. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Now we're going to have a break in the action as one of the Cardinals is in some pain, and they'll be out to look at him. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Here we go.
Here's the backup. First throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Back to throw now. They sure came us all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be third down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
To the air on third and long. Taken in by Mitchell, right side. And he's brought down after a short gain. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. The Cardinals out for the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. The Browns going on offense here very late in the half. And with exactly 1 minute left to go, they've got some time, but they've got to work fairly quick. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready? 70, Tampa Wolf. Steady.
Airing it out to start this drive. Browns getting close, and they take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Hey, check that, street. Here we go, back. 19, Charger, 19, top row 18. 79 Broncos. Ready,
Looking to throw here. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, but they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Around a 4-yard gain on that one. He's taken down at the 44. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
21-yard line.
Design quarterback on here. So less than a field goal separating these teams after our first 2 quarters. As we throw to Scott Hanson with our halftime report.
Our spin around the NFL starts now. In Indianapolis, the Colts at home to take on Tampa Bay.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Cleveland offense headed out for this first series of the 2nd half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 35-yard line.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Looking to his fullback now. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Past the 60, past the
to throw. It is caught left side. And this one doesn't go far.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it's good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Browns are lined up to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And this will force them to start inside the 20. That punt heads out about the 15-yard line. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it. But they did it a whole lot better.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
3rd and long for him here. He put everything he had into this one. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
He's brought down before the return gets far. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here.
Okay,
so fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Let's go now.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Taking a chance to the end zone. And it is knocked away. A shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. 2nd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Sampson. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st down, here's Sampson. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Come on.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now looking to throw. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. He's got it on the bootleg. Finds Benson out of the backfield. Both pick up to their own 31. Toward that tackle to Michael Hall. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Working now from the gun. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
He'll air it out on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. He's going for it himself. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Benson on 1st and 10. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Throwing off the play fake. Into the hands of Harrison. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. 1st and 10 from the 32. Dropping back to throw. Here's a screen to Benson. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
It's Benson on the give. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
He's going to throw this one. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 4th quarter lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3.
13. Browns 10.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Back out now comes the Browns offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how... Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted.